This video will show you the Bitcoin money flow. Bitcoin really does move from place to place with ease. Here's an account where Bitcoins were paid in by TGIGO in my blockchain info account. These funds came in by Bitcoin address starting with 17T7. In particular, notice the two bottom entries in red where I sent 10.01 Bitcoin out of the system to Bitcoin address starting with 1DCY. Notice the 10.01 Bitcoins were moved through the system to my Coinbase.com account. Details will show this was almost instant. Further details in Coinbase show the 10.01 Bitcoins arrived in two separate transactions, and then 1.0 Bitcoin was sent out of the system. In order to move that one Bitcoin out of the system, I needed to unlock the wallet with my private key done by software in Coinbase and direct it to my bank account ending in 4751. This request was made on a Saturday evening, and they claimed the payment would reach my bank 3 business days later on September 11th. You can see from the bank account ending in 4751 that the funds were received from Coinbase on the 10th. In fact, the funds were in the bank as spendable at midnight the 9th. All fees, etc. were taken out. The Bitcoin was worth about $119.95 at the time of the transaction, so about 1% was the fee to receive funds. Coinbase said they were giving 1 million in free transactions for each company before charging fees, but I guess the advertising hype department forgot to tell the accounting department in Coinbase. Point is, if you have a U.S. bank account that you have verified with Coinbase, it is easy and fast to exchange Bitcoins to dollars. Other countries are similar through their exchanges. This slide shows the same blockchain transactions, but notice on the top, transaction funds were sent to a new address starting with 1ENS, and 0.02 Bitcoin were transferred out of the system. Notice the funds arrived in my Multibit wallet address starting with 1ENS that I created totally outside any exchange system. An interesting point here is that in all previous transactions there were no fees except when exchanging Bitcoins to dollars. Notice I have two wallets in Multibit. One is secured and one is not secured. Now for the lesson of the day. I move Bitcoin from one Bitcoin address in one wallet through the system to another Bitcoin address in another wallet. There was a 0.0001 transaction fee given to the miners to expedite the transaction. This is default with Multibit. You can use the full Bitcoin QT and control fees if needed in the future. I could have moved it from any address to any address totally outside any agency, truly making the transactions almost impossible to trace ownership. Multiple Bitcoins sent in multiple directions, all outside everything but the blockchain. The only time anyone needs to know where your money is at is when you exchange it out someplace. This is important. Keep your Bitcoins off the grid and outside processors and exchanges. Have the company pay you in an account like Blockchain Info or Coinbase.com and transfer everything you are not going to spend to a wallet you create with software like Multibit. When you are ready to spend the funds, then transfer back to the exchanger like Coinbase and remove your money to your bank as soon as possible. Find out all the tricks at topdoggy.com. Do not forget to look at our unique marketing with http://bitcoinenvelope.com and make sure you find out how to earn Bitcoins with http://topdoggy.com.